Hey!
Mid-bite.
Mid-bite, right? We are at one of our favorite...
Yes. Oh, sorry, I ruined the surprise.
We're at Puesto, one of our favorite places. And we're...
the place that's caused us to create an anonymous group for ourselves. An addiction group.
We're like always here. The addiction is real.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's one of the reasons that, you know, like if you're a fat girl, that's what you do. You enjoy eating.
Yeah.
And so
We
let's...
eat good food.
We do. Look at... Here's our... Put around so you can see. Okay, margarita, of course. That's mine. And then... got some chips. Queso, delicious. And then this, like, sweet potato thing is on fleek. And then the chicharrones, like, I... like... think about them when I wake up, okay? It's my jam right there. I don't care what anyone says. Yes. So today, I'm going to try to put this on the hook. We are... Oh yeah, selfie stick action. Oh,
it's on the battery.
Okay. And we're back. Sorry, my hand's in the way.
The things we do for food.
Yes. So we're talking about resistance today because... I don't know, I was just telling Steph that I was noticing there's like a lot of negativity about Trump, and the thing is, like, you know, we talk about energy and thoughts, and whatever you give energy to grows. So if you're giving negative energy towards something, it's going to produce negative results. Same thing with like a relationship. If you're constantly focusing on like what you don't like about the person or what you don't like about yourself, guess what happens? More of that grows. And we could even say that about, you know, our weight loss journeys. It's like we're just like obsessed with a couple weeks ago we were talking about how we both hated our legs.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like I could not get my legs in shape to now it's just like they're one of my favorite things, and like I'm just I get compliments on my legs. I'm like, yeah. But I just never thought it'd be that way, but we both got to a point where we just basically got sick of ourselves, and we're like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore.
I just made a video about that literally an hour ago.
See? We're all on the same vibe. And it's so important it's hard sometimes, especially when you feel so justified in your feelings for something. I feel like a lot of people, I'm not that way, but like I know a lot of people get that way about politics. Like, it's just like, they're just so kind of, this is what I feel, and like everything's gonna be horrible. Like, you don't know the future. You're not Miss Cleo, okay? So it's like, it could be a great 4 years.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
You're not Miss Cleo.
Not Miss Cleo, okay? If Miss Cleo's watching, like, you know, write in, let us know. But, and then Steph, you had a really good...
Yeah, the reason that I was like, I'm on board for this topic is because last night I read a quote about this, and I thought that was one of the best quotes I've seen on this topic. So it said, wanting Trump to fail as our president is like being on an airplane full of people and wanting your pilot to fail and everybody to crash and burn. So it's like I'm not one way or the other.
Right.
Like, I don't have a preference in that area because I don't choose to give my focus to that. But it's here, it's happened, there's no changing or shifting or whatever. So let's all thrive. Let's all like make sure this plane stays high in the sky instead of like trying to like crash it. Like, we're all in it together now. This is what we're doing. So let's be a team, let's be a tribe, and let's keep our minds focused on what is working instead of what's not working.
Exactly. And same thing applies to any kind of trauma that you had in your life, or kind of issue, or anything that like just upsets you. If something really gets to you in that way, it's because something needs to be healed. It's not, you know, because that person's wrong, or that situation sucks, or those type of people suck, or whatever it is. Anything that kind of ignites any type of negative emotion in you, something that you need to heal, and you get to take responsibility for, which is so exciting.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, because it's an opportunity for growth.
Possible.
And we're not like, oh my god, yay! Like, because it's hard. It's super hard to look at yourself that way and be like, okay, wow, I created this, and I get to not uncreate it, but
you were
kill
just
it.
mean mugging that food right there.
I know. I was like, but
there's a funny meme about that too. It was like, it was about dogs, but they were like, I check out dogs the way a guy checks out a girl's butt. Like,
oh my gosh, I totally do that.
Like, we do that with food
and dogs. I'm like.
I was just recording a video. I'm running a course right now called Fit to Find Love. So it's attracting your soulmate to your best friend, like, you know, the love of your life. And it's the same concept of if you're constantly focusing on what's not working for you, you're not emitting the signals that are drawing that person to you. You know,
Right.
it's pushing it away. So feeling attractive or finding somebody attractive is about like the vibe that they're emitting, and you're feeling it, and you're like, you know what, I like something about that person. Or if you're in a bad place, I don't like something about that person. So, you know, it's focusing on the good, not the bad.
Exactly.
Which makes you feel really like amazing, good energy.
Exactly, and that's why that self-piece about, you know, or that piece about self-love is so important. I feel like it sounds kind of like cheesy or new agey or whatever, but if you don't respect yourself, you find certain things about yourself amazing, and, you know, have that like self-care, no one else is. You have to start with that, and not like in an arrogant way. Sometimes I'm talking to my sister about this, and she's like, oh my God, you're being like, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm owning what's amazing about me, and like, you know, Steph and I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And it took us a while to get there because we were in such like self-loathing place in the past. But, you know, once you start to shift and realize your worth, then you can make more money. And you could attract better friends into your life and better relationships all around. And there's just certain things that you won't tolerate anymore.
Right.
Like if you're always like, oh my God, I hate blah, blah, blah. And it's like I always had this thing about, I hate when people are late and they don't like respect my time because it's rude, you know, and I'm always particularly early and stuff. And so since I was like, then I had to look at myself, I'm like, well, am I respecting my time? Am I like, what am I not respecting about myself that someone thinks that, if it's a pattern, it's not just like one person that, you know, if it's a pattern, there's something there that I'm co-creating. It's always so important to take responsibility, complete responsibility for any dynamic that you're in, and not play the victim. Or it's like, if you didn't do that, no, Felicia, you need to go internally, no matter what it is, no matter what happened to you, no matter if it's, you know, someone rear-ended you, what did you do to create it? Like, if you can, you know, be on that level, it will change your life.
What's the gift in everything? I'm always asking myself that when something that's like quote unquote bad or challenging, or you know, you get in a disagreement with somebody. It's like, what's the gift in that? How do I get to grow from this experience? And it's once you start looking at it that way, you start to see a million gifts. This is like a beautiful opportunity and experience, and you're constantly teaching people. I sounded like I was from Wisconsin when I did that,
Which is fine.
which is cool. So you're constantly teaching people how to treat you by how you treat yourself.
You teach people how to treat you.
You know, what Lauren was talking about with the time thing, with like, I mean, everything in our lives is a reflection of that. Like how we treat us is how other people see it, other people feel it, and they're like, cool, that's how I get to treat them too.
Right.
So treat yourself really good.
Treat yourself
really good, like you are a magnificent gift to this world.
Right. And then I was,
You are.
when I was doing my cardio this morning, I watch videos typically, and I was watching one where Bob Proctor, if you don't know who he is, just Google Bob Proctor YouTube, and you'll just learn so much.
Oh my God.
So amazing. One of the commentators on The Secret, but he was talking about how at one point he's a super successful multimillionaire, like inspirational leader now. But when he was around 26, his whole life, he was so broke, he was sick all the time, he was just miserable always, and like someone was like, you are legit the most miserable person I've ever met. There's always something wrong with you, you're broke all the time, all this stuff, and he was
Always
just like
complaining about it.
always complaining. And so what his mentor suggested was to just forgive, like completely forgive yourself, forgive it, and like let it go. And that's a big piece to anytime you're trying to heal something or move on from something, is you must forgive it. That's why last week we were saying, why not start the day that way? Wake up in the morning, and before you get out of bed, just forgive yourself for anything, forgive anyone that you're holding a grudge against, like on any level. If anyone like gets just like be like, I forgive you. Thank you for giving me that experience.
Wait, were you saying last week, was it Wayne Dyer that you used as an example of that forgiveness, or was it somebody else?
It was someone else.
Okay, because I watched a video last night while I was doing my cardio of Wayne Dyer, and he was talking about the same exact thing.
Yeah. I mean, they all
Same
start to.
thing.
If all these like really
highly
successful, evolved people are saying the same thing, I mean, and I'm not talking about just me and Steph. I'm talking about like all these other people. I mean, obviously there's some truth to it. So, so forgiving that
going on there,
because it's like it creates like clutter, emotional, like an energetic clutter, and nothing good could come in. You're literally blocking these channels of amazing stuff coming in when you're doing that. So it's not do that anymore.
Yeah, it feels great.
And then the other piece is like truly letting it go. And every spiritual practitioner talks about that, or anyone that's highly successful. It's like, okay, that happened. You have your, like emotions are energy in motion. So whatever emotions come up, you experience them, and then you let them go without suppressing them, and then you move on. You don't stay in victim mode where you're upset about it and you're like trying to force someone or something to be different, yourself or someone else. You just truly release it. So forgiving and then letting go are like two huge. It sounds so simple. It's not super complicated, but the actual process of it is sometimes hard, especially if it's new to you. So don't give up on it. Just every day, every hour, especially if it's something really like tender, like just forgive and let go. Forgive and let go.
And if you're watching this either live or later, write a question below if you are curious, like how to get started on that, how to do it, because it can be one of those things that at first you're just like, that sounds challenging. We get that. We've been there. We've been through the process. So, if you have questions, we're more than happy to answer them or guide you through it.
The book Letting Go.
Yeah.
Is a good one.
Yeah, that's a great one to start with, and you can get on the path.
Breath work. Just literally say, I am releasing this. I am releasing this. Because your body and mind are so interconnected. So when you're upset about something, what happens in your body? It's in your chest. It's in your stomach. It could be in different areas. If it has to do with moving forward in life, like your knees or ankles might start hurting. Your body will, like any emotional or energetic that your mind can't handle, it goes straight into your body and creates disease. So using the breath work really helps that energy just release out of you until it completely drains out of you. And it might ebb and flow, it might come up again, so just doing that. And then it's just like a muscle. Once you are kind of like in the flow or practice of that, it gets a lot easier.
Yeah, and you are such a miracle. You're so magnificent. Like the way your body moves and acts and everything it does, it's always giving you signs and signals on what to do, where to go next, what you should look out for, what you should be excited about and celebrate. I have a course called Body Built by 11. I think the most important chapter, the chapter that I get the most feedback on, is when I talk about cravings. Because everybody thinks cravings are like something horrible about themselves. They're like, oh, I can't believe it, I have cravings, I must have like no self-control or whatever. It's like, no, craving is a beautiful sign from your body to say, I need something, or I'm deficient in something. And as Lauren's saying, your body and how it feels, the aches and pains you have, where you have something. Is it on your face? Is it on your hands, your skin, your arms? It's all a sign. There's something that your body needs. And sometimes it's an emotional thing it needs, like an emotional just forgiveness. And when you're not forgiving, you can feel it or see it sometimes on somebody. Like you can wear it on the outside.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and sometimes it's as simple as needing a hug. Like it really.
Yes.
Sometimes
a hug
it's
can
more.
Fix a lot.
Yeah, it's just needing to be comforted and loved. And so it's like, oh, I really want like some funnel cake or whatever, but what you really want is like a hug or to like cuddle or and we're not saying like funnel cake is bad or anything. We're just saying that sometimes there's a deeper purpose to your cravings or the sensations or injuries or disease that you have. When I do readings, it's kind of like that's one of the things that definitely like cues me in on a lot of stuff. It's like the bodily sense, because I'm like blending with someone else's energy, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, and I can tell a lot by what's going on with someone, what's going on in their body. So you hold so much in your body. Being aware of that will take you to another level. And then just giving it without judging it or freaking out or being like, I need to fix this immediately, being like, okay,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's
cool
cool.
that that's there.
What's this teaching me? Anything in life, like this argument, what's this teaching me? This situation, what's this teaching me? This, car accident, what's this teaching me? My impatience right now, what's this teaching me? So all of those things, what is it teaching you?
Yeah, and I talked about this before, probably one of our first videos, but I did a cleanse once, and it was a pretty intense cleanse. It was a month long, and the person who guided me through it, she said, you are going to go back in time through injuries. Any injuries that you've had or experienced in your lifetime, you're going to feel them because you're detoxing your body and you're bringing all this stuff up and out. And it's like that, like Lauren's saying, you hold it within you, and sometimes we have things from when we're 5 years old. When I was a kid, some teacher told me don't play on the ice, and I played on the ice anyway, and I slipped and I cut open my knee, and I was wearing dark blue tights, so you can see I was bleeding or anything, but I got home, I took out the tights, and I was like, it's a deep gash, like in my leg and all this stuff, and I tried to hide it. She told me not to do it, and I did it anyway. But anyway, I'm doing this cleanse, and my knee, in that exact spot where the scar is, starts to ache. I had my tonsils taken out, and I got brushed, and so I felt that again. I went through that experience again. It was amazing that your body can store and hold that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean, at that time, I had disbelief in it. So if you're somebody who's watching and is like, I don't know about that stuff, you guys, that sounds kind of crazy. That's where I was when I was doing this cleanse, and I literally experienced it myself. And now I can't deny the presence of how our bodies carry things that happen to us.
And if you are, like circumspect about that, or not circumspect, but just kind of like suspect about it, think about, like, have you ever been heartbroken? Where do you feel that when you're sad? Or butterflies in your stomach, or you just get like a creepy vibe and that also is in your gut, or whatever. And so things they'll manifest in different places in your body, because your body is like, your body doesn't have all these judgments and thoughts, and your body doesn't try to rationalize anything like your mind does. Your body just responds, and because I think it's a lot more intelligent than the mind in so many ways. So paying attention to your body is key. So remember, we're gonna have a great 4 years, everyone. If you're like upset about it,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
We're just reminding you to release anything that's upsetting you. Just let it go. Once you do that,
We're good.
Just try it. Forgive and let go, and then see what happens. You'll feel so liberated, because first of all, you're not letting anyone. What's that quote from AA? Why let anyone live in your mind rent free? So you're letting someone just be like camping out in your mind, like Occupy LA. Do you remember Occupy LA? Just all up in there, like doing whatever they want. Like, are you gonna really disempower yourself that way? I think so.
Yeah.
So really just releasing it, stepping back into your power, and then just knowing that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, because what do you have to lose? I mean, you don't. Like, the only thing you can lose is the feeling of being really stressed and things not working out for you. So you could let that go and just live a great life. So try it out. Give it a try. I think you're gonna really like it. I think you are too.
So follow us on Instagram. Like our page.
Yeah, we have a private Facebook group called the Fat Girl Fitness Family, PHATT. Remember, that stands for Psychology, Health, Attitude, Training, and Transformation. And that's family with a PH. So sign up for that page. We go live in there every once in a while, and we give free tips. We just gave a tip about weight loss on busy days. So really good stuff is in there. And make sure you subscribe to our new YouTube channel, because all of these episodes are up there, and we have so many cool topics.
Yes.
You may want to just binge watch them one day.
That would be a good
A rainy day like today.
Fat Girl Fitness and Chill.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks
We
for
love you.
watching. Bye.